Deep beneath a glacier, in the heart of a vast ice cave, a white polar bear cub was trapped behind a thick, transparent wall of ice. It was a scene both beautiful and tragic. The blue light of the ice illuminated the cub's small snow-white form as it pawed helplessly at the frozen barrier, its cries muffled and faint. Outside the cave, the cub's mother, a majestic white bear, paced back and forth. Her roars echoed through the frosty air, filled with desperation. She had tried to reach her cub, but was powerless against the impenetrable wall of ice. The rescue team arrived just as the situation was growing more dire. The researchers who called them had warned of rising floodwaters inside the cave. Melting ice, caused by seasonal shifts, was seeping into the chamber, threatening to drown the cub if no action was taken. The mother bear, sensing the rescuers' presence, retreated a short distance but continued to watch, her sharp black eyes locked on the humans. As the team prepared to enter the cave, they were struck by the surreal beauty of the environment. The entrance opened into a shimmering blue corridor, the smooth walls of the cave sparkling as light refracted through the ice. But the beauty hid danger. The floor was slick, the ice above unstable, and the sound of dripping water echoed ominously. Every step had to be calculated to avoid triggering a collapse. When the rescuers reached the inner chamber, they finally saw the cub. It was trapped in a small pocket of space behind a thick, crystal-clear wall of ice, as though frozen in time. The cub's tiny white paw pressed against the surface, and its frightened black eyes darted between the rescuers and the rising water pooling around it. The team knew they had to act fast. The water was creeping higher by the minute, threatening to flood the small chamber entirely. The lead rescuer quickly assessed the situation. The ice wall was at least 6 inches thick, too solid to break with bare hands. The team immediately unpacked their specialized tools, ice axes, drills, and sledgehammers. They began chipping away at the ice, each strike ringing out like a thunderclap in the stillness of the cave. But as the ice began to crack, the cave itself seemed to protest. A low groan reverberated through the walls, and a fine mist of frost drifted down from above. The rescuers paused, assessing the stability of the chamber. They knew that if the ice shifted too much, it could collapse, trapping them inside with the rising water. Still, they pressed on, their movements careful yet urgent. The little white bear, though frightened, stayed pressed against the ice, its tiny breaths fogging the surface. Then a new challenge arose. The water, now knee-deep, began to flow more rapidly into the chamber. With a final powerful strike, the ice wall shattered. Shards of ice splintered into the air, and the rescuers quickly stepped through the opening, careful not to slip on the slick surface. The cub let out a startled cry as one of the team members approached, wrapping it in a thermal blanket to protect it from the freezing temperatures. Finally, the team emerged from the cave, the sunlight reflecting off the ice-covered landscape. The mother bear, who had been waiting anxiously near the entrance, immediately turned her attention to the cub. The rescuers placed the little white bear on the snow and backed away, giving the mother the space she needed. At first, she approached cautiously, sniffing the air and eyeing the humans. Then, with a low rumbling sound, she moved closer, inspecting her cub. She nuzzled it gently, licking its damp fur and checking it for injuries. The rescuers watched silently, moved by the emotional reunion. They had risked everything to save this one small life. As the mother bear led her cub away, disappearing into the frozen expanse, the team packed up their equipment. This rescue was more than just a mission. It was a reminder of the delicate balance between humans and wildlife, and of the incredible lengths we can go to protect the vulnerable, even in the most extreme circumstances.